He was tall, lanky, and bespectacled, not the usual teenage heartthrob. Nevertheless, Buddy Holly was one of the most innovative and prolific musicians of the late 1950s. His death on February 3, 1959, in a plane crash, along with fellow rock stars Ritchie Valens and the Big Bopper, became known as the day the music died. Holly remains not only a hometown hero, but an inspiration to rock musicians everywhere. His songs were driven by electric guitar riffs and a strong backbeat that made them popular with teenagers. Recently, fans gathered at Lubbock's Buddy Holly Center to commemorate the 50th anniversary of Holly's death. Some were from Britain and Australia, where Holly remains popular even with people born long after his death. Phil and Caroline Jenkins came all the way from England.
She's a big fan,
yeah,
lifelong fan.
Yeah.
I got dragged along.
Phil says he was surprised to find that Holly is not remembered in the United States like he is in Britain.
Lots of people who we've talked to say, who? They don't know the name.
Here in Lubbock, where Holly grew up and is buried, he's remembered by those who knew him and by his older brothers, Travis and Larry.
He'd come to me and say, what do you think about this song? And I'd say, sounds like it'd be a good one, you know. And I couldn't find any fault with him, even though I'm a music critic.
Jack Neal was the first person to play with Buddy on the radio, long before he became a star.
He wanted people to know Buddy Holly, and he said, the money be nice, but I want people to know Buddy Holly. And so that was his goal, and that's exactly what he did.
In displays here, fans can revisit the early years of rock and roll and see Holly's last tour. Although he died at 22, Holly influenced the Beatles, the Rolling Stones, and even groups emerging today, a half-century after his death. Greg Flakus, VOA News, Lubbock, Texas.